Tonight on the Wagga Weekly, do you need some inspiration in your life? Have you ever wanted to balance work with family and friends? What's holding you back? Find out tonight as we speak with Jessica Grace. And here she is, Jessica Grace. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, I've been onto your site and it is inspirational and it's exactly what it says it's going to be. But tell people that don't know, what is the platform Jessica Grace?
Well, Jessica Grace is all about delivering practical wisdom for everyday life. So the platform is wide for connecting with people where they're at and meeting them in the day-to-day grind, and really just giving them some inspiration and strategy on how to navigate life well and do challenges that we all face and encounter.
Absolutely, but I guess with these sort of inspirational life journeys and having someone, would you call yourself a coach or?
I call myself a motivational speaker mostly because a lot of the work I do is speaking into people's world and just giving voice to that encouragement, like a bit like a cheerleader that you take on your day,
That's
or your every day.
You can have your voice in the car with you. But I've noticed it's with motivational speaking, with life coaches, it's not for everyone. You have to be open to the change, don't you? Who would benefit the most, do you think, from your platform?
Well, what I find is that people that are interested in really going to a new level in regards to how much success they are experiencing in their everyday, they're the ones that are going to really get a lot out of the platform. Professional development and personal development, if that's something that you want to really look at and address in your life, and just start, developing strategies that are going to see you do better in areas, that's great for you. This is great for you in that sense. But I really believe that everyone can benefit from having strategy and encouragement just spoken into their everyday life. So for me, I see as a motivational speaker this platform just as a way to make that available for people maybe who aren't necessarily in that zone of the motivational industry. Maybe they won't ever attend an event or a conference, but this is something that can meet you where you're at in your everyday, where you don't have to step into that environment, but you can just introduce into your world that motivation.
Well, I know that people are probably already thinking, well, I've got some obstacles in my life. I've got things that I'd like to change about my life. I don't feel successful enough quite often. What are the practical tools that Jessica Grace can offer?
Well, Jessica Grace offers inspirational audios and DVDs.
I've got some here.
So they are all about speaking and tackling issues that we all have in our everyday life. They're the things that perhaps we see as the mundane everyday tasks and issues, but they really do affect how successful we are and how much of the success perhaps we're already enjoying in areas of our life that we do get to experience and enjoy, really.
Yeah, I've listened to the CD about conflict resolution. And very early in the piece, you talk about an issue that you had in the workplace, which was quite awkward, where a colleague was giving you a bit of a hard time. And the longer these things go on, I think we can all relate to this, the longer they go on, the more this conflict can escalate. What do you suggest for people who have that situation in their life, in their workplace?
Yeah, well, the title you're talking about is When Life Demands Confrontation. And I've found lots of times in my world, there's a lot of issues that need addressing. And the temptation is to start dancing around those issues and not confronting them. And all that leaves you is pretty frustrated and stressed out.
Absolutely.
So my advice from my personal experience in that example that you've given is, the longer I didn't address it, it didn't get better. It just got worse. And so what I am trying to promote and advocate through that title is you really can learn how to successfully confront things without losing it or without, breaking a relationship, whether it's a professional one or a personal one. So it's just strategy on how to confront, when to confront. There's a right time to confront something.
Timing's everything.
Timing is everything in this area. So that's really what that title is all about.
Well, it's certainly great. It's helped with the conflict that I have in this studio with Matt sometimes, the awkward moments we come across. What does Jessica Grace do in her everyday life?
Well, I have, obviously through the platform and the work that I do, I'm passionate about helping people, so that's a very big part of my world. But beyond the platform and the motivational events, I'm really interested in fashion.
Okay.
So all things fashion. I love the individuality and the creativity that goes with fashion and clothing, and of course, I love shoes, so that's a big part of my life beyond the platform. But also, I like fitness. I'm into fitness at the moment. I've always been a runner, so So I'm into running, but I've also just recently got my Brave on and started doing weights, which is
really?
outside my zone.
Great.
But that's an interest for me at the moment.
Well, that's what you'd expect being Jessica Grace. Go outside your comfort zone.
That's right.
And how do you watch fashion and everything? Is it with Pinterest now and things like that, Instagram, or
all
just
social media,
whatever you can take?
events, however I can get.
Now we're gonna go straight into something that's coming up, and that is that you do host events. What's coming up for people that they can attend?
Well, I'm so excited to be hosting the next Jessica Grace event, which is a breakfast with Jessica Grace.
Terrific.
And so what it is, it's literally a taste of Jessica Grace. So for people that have never experienced the motivation or the platform available through Jessica Grace, this is a good event to come and just have a look at. But it's all about a morning of motivation, about taking back your life. So there's going to be a gourmet breakfast, really good coffee, because I'm big on that. But also just keys on how you can take back and be the director of your own world instead of being directed by everything else that's going on around you.
Well, I'm sure people want to know, where is it? It's in Cootamundra, is that correct?
So it's in Cootamundra. It's going to be on the 5th of November.
5th of November.
And we'd love to have everyone come and be a part of that event.
And I think it's a Saturday, isn't it? The 5th
It's
of
a
November?
Saturday morning from 8:30 a.m.
So it won't take you away from your workday. Make sure you find out more details on Jessica Grace's website, which is
www.jessica-grace.net.
There you go. Thanks so much for coming on the show,
Thank you
Jessica
so much
Grace.
for having me.
And I'll see you next time, because we're going to be doing some work together. So I'll see you next time, and we'll be back after this. Thanks for watching the show. Next week we sit down with newly appointed Mayor, Councillor Greg Conkey, and the reappointed Deputy Mayor, Councillor Dallas Tout. What are their hopes for the city's future? Find out next week on the Wagga Weekly.
How do you reach your customers? Wagga Wagga.tv films and streams live sport, award ceremonies and seminars, corporate events, business programs. We come to you with any type of production you require to reach your audience. TV commercials, profile videos, corporate videos. Wagga Wagga.tv productions, streaming and distribution. Local content with global reach. Call us today on 6971 771 and start standing out in Wagga.
This program is proudly brought to you by Spinifex